Well, what do we say about Victor Wembanyama that hasn't been said before? The boy is already having one of the best rookie seasons of all time, despite his team struggling at the bottom of the Western Conference, and he is already amassing averages which are stratospheric in nature for a rookie, averaging the highest rebounds per game since Karl Anthony Towns in 2016, and the most blocks per game since Mark Eaton in 1983 as well. Now, with most of the NBA rookies from the past 10 years being guards and forwards, Wemby's arrival in the NBA is a breath of fresh air, because we're seeing perhaps one of the most dominant centers to have graced the floor in a very long time, going back to the time of Shaquille O'Neal as a rookie, all the way in the 1992-93 season, and with Greg Popovich already trying to convert Wemby from a power forward to a center. His statistics have also grown significantly, which puts the question right in front of us. Is he really the best rookie center since Shaq himself? Now, to answer that question effectively, let's look at numbers and see how there's a possible direct correlation between numbers from Wemby's time as a power forward compared to his time as a center. And this was encapsulated by clutch points in their post-dated December 16, where you can already see how Wemby is not only increasing his averages, he is also shooting better and more effectively. And the fact that he is doing this with a 7'4" frame shouldn't come as a surprise. But what should be surprising is how much better has he gotten since switching to center, for clear indication that this is where he shines and this is how Pop should use him at San Antonio too. The change at center was initiated on December 8th, as highlighted by PoundingTheRock.com, which discusses the highs and lows of Wemby's transition using a small dataset of 5 games from the starting date across a variety of metrics. There are ups and downs to the new starting situation. They rack up more steals, 11.2 per 48 minutes in the new versus 5.33 in the old 3, and blocks, 6.6 versus 5.63, shoot more, 41 versus 35.5 attempts, and better from 3. 35.5% versus 32.57%, but they struggle at the free throw line. 72.4% versus 88.2%, aren't crashing the offensive glass. 8.6 versus 11.3, and allow more turnovers, 19.8 versus 17.47. While this was a small dataset used to track how Wemby was maturing to play in a position he was reportedly not looking to play initially. It does, however, paint a picture that might just put this young roster on a road to success, led by Wemby himself from the paint, with him being supported by a capable backcourt as well. And if you compare him to someone like Shaq, where the latter never shot threes anyway, both their numbers look fairly similar, except where Shaq clearly betters Wemby in field goal percentage and slightly betters him in rebounds and blocks per game, and also betters him in points per game because he anyway was a part of a lineup that was built to play to his scoring strengths in the paint. Shaq's legacy at Lakers remains unparalleled, so whether Wemby matches that legacy, let alone betters it, we will have at least the next decade or so to figure it out. Since he is just 47 games old into the NBA, and by the looks of it, he's only getting better as more data comes in and we see Wemby continue to better his already impressive stats, including demolishing Rudy Gobert's Defensive Player of the Year stats with his own in just 47 games played, he will have all the likelihood in the world to build himself as perhaps the most dominant center we've seen in the last 30 years. And that player might just surpass the individual brilliance of a certain someone named Chet Holmgren. So is this the time that we've all been waiting for? When Wemby is finally unleashed as a dominant force? Perhaps time will tell. For now, let's watch him develop and amaze us on a weekly basis. And on that note, we come to the end of this video. Do make sure you like it, hit that subscribe button to join our growing community, and let us know in the comments if you think Wemby will surpass the biggest centers in league history if he continues to play like that, and we will see you in the next one.